Touch your neighbor and say, art moves.
Art moves.
Y'all know art moves. And y'all tell me this makes sense. Y'all with me?
I'm with you.
Alright, tell me this makes sense. So they teach us how you do that thing that I don't know how to do it. So art, they call it a noun, right? As far as grammar is concerned. It's a noun, correct? A person, place, or a thing. Art is a noun. But art does something, and we use a verb in language to describe what art does or what a noun does. Right? So in effect, now the word art is a noun. But art itself, the thing we can't really name, that is a verb. It's art moves. Am I right about it? Does that make sense? Okay, so y'all move with me to speakonevoice.wordpress.com. If you got your smartphone, because the poetry I'm going to read to you, I'm a page poet. That's how I start. That's what they call me in school, in academia at UNCG. Call me a page poet. Well, at first he called me a stage poet until he read my writing. Because they have in academia this mindset that because spoken word uses ebonics or uses colloquial speech, that it's not academic. But instead, so he called me a page poet, a stage poet, then he reads my poetry, he's like, wait, you don't write like a spoken word artist. And I'm like, but I am. Y'all don't know how the fuck we write because y'all don't learn our shit in school. I perform on the page. That's my home. This shit makes me nervous because all y'all looking at me right now is nervous as shit. But I have a business, entrepreneurs all in the building. Yeah, everybody should raise y'all hands. Y'all entrepreneurs, y'all just don't know what y'all want to do yet. But that is, it's only one voice. I'm a creative consultant for creative writers. I help you define, distinguish, develop your specific voice because there's room enough for all of us. There's no reason we should be saying the same things, the things that we've already read. We shouldn't have no more Romeo and Juliet movies. Shakespeare did it the best already. Let's produce some new shit, which is kind of what this is about. So if you will turn with me, I'm not sure. It should start. I wait to see a Blockbuster film. If you're on speakonevoice.wordpress.com, which you should if you are supporting the arts. Thank you. And I'm nervous, y'all, so help me out. Somebody say, speak one voice.
Speak one voice.
Thank you. I wait to see a blockbuster film where the teenage protagonist helps a struggling father get peace by writing a poem so moving the landlord signs over the deed. So long as that young poet calls him on the first to read another poem about a love so deep, the landlord has to contemplate the land. Considers the words in the poem and realizes he owns his acre secondhand. Because the poet's voice resembles his grandma reading footprints in the sand, which reminds him of his slave-owning grandpa who purchased people like people purchase land. So who is he to charge per acre what is owed to every man? The pursuit of happiness, not the ideal of capitalists. School has to teach us to understand that freedom is synonymous with wealth, the change exchange from hand to hand. All this in a poem. He loved the art and how it inspired him to understand that poetry is a divine language, a burdensome gift from God to man. This is the triumph I want to see on the big screen. Yes, I demand new voices to write what they see and how they speak, all for which they stand. King David was a poet, God's heart. Now I understand. A sinner man after God's own heart. He sought God in the gift written by his own hand. God so loved David despite his sin because he too killed a righteous man. Reminiscent of God sacrificing his son to leave those footprints in the sand. Such a beautiful film. Too bad it's a poem. True art historically censored on demand.